So if you're a guy that's skinny fat, I'm going to give you the most simplest advice that's going to get you in the shape of your life as quickly as possible. And this comes from my own experience of basically what not to do. What not to do, despite what might seem logical, is to go through a bulking phase. If you're skinny fat, then you identify, let's be honest, as a guy that's under-muscled and is carrying more body fat and belly fat than he wanted, right? That was me for about 3 years ago now, 2 years ago. And I thought, right, I need to get big. I need to build as much muscle as I can. So I thought, logically, let's just add more body fat. So I committed to that for a year. Yes, I built muscle. Yes, I built more strength. And that obviously served me good in the long term. The issue was, I got to the stage where I had the biggest belly I'd ever had. I didn't feel confident my top off anymore. Didn't want to take it off on the beach. And I created this massive mountain for myself to climb, where I just added more and more and more unnecessary body fat because I was bulking for the sake of it, to the point where I then had to go for a long dieting phase, right, to lose 20 plus kilos. Looking back now in hindsight, this is what I would do differently, and this is what I actually do with clients anyway. I would have started off just by getting lean first. And the reason why, there's a few reasons. Number one is that when you get lean first, you're still going to build muscle at the same time anyway. So why not build muscle and lose fat at the same time and get yourself to the point where you're like 10 to 12% body fat, you've got your abs on show, so at least you feel great with your top off and you look great, and you're going to have some muscle definition and muscle size anyway. Like that's, if you do that for 3 to 6 months, it's going to take you 3 to 6 months to get in really great shape. The issue I did is that I built up first. I spent a year and a half doing it, then I cut down for almost half a year. 2 years to get to where I am now, and I'm more than confident I could have got to the exact same position I am now by doing it in as much less time. The second reason why is because you will build muscle mass way more efficiently when you are leaner. And not many people talk about this, but building muscle when you've got a lot of body fat doesn't happen at as quick or as a efficient rate as you think it does. It happens when you are leaner. Being like 10 to 15% body fat, your body is just in the best internal state to actually add more muscle. So if you get lean first, it means that once you've got to that stage, let's say you've cut down, you've lost body fat, you're lean, you've built muscle and you feel and look amazing, but you're still like, but I want more muscle than this. That's great, because now you're lean, you can then go through that building phase you want and start to add more body weight and start to build up the food, build up the body weight and add lean mass on top of this. And the great thing about this is when you're adding lean mass on an already lean body, you're not going to end up getting fat. You can maintain your abs the whole time. You can look fuller, you can look bigger, and then you can cut down again to get even leaner. And you can then spend your life within, let's say you cut down from 80 kilos and you were skinny fat, down to 70 kilos and you was lean at 10% body fat and you had a decent foundation of muscle mass. You can work from 75 to like 70 to 75 or a little bit more, and you can keep building up and cutting down from there over the next few years. You are going to have abs the whole time you do it. You're always going to look great and be ready. I always say like ready for anything, where you can just go on holiday and like, yeah, I'm not like the leanest I've ever been, but I'm still lean. I can take my top off and look better than 99% of men. It means that you're in that really good, what I call a sweet spot. The sweet spot is where you want to live year round. So just to recap, if you build first, let's say you're 80 kilos, you build, you add a bit of muscle, but you add way more body fat to get down to 70 kilos at 10% or 12% body fat. You then have to cut down maybe 20 kilos, which could take 6 to 8 months for some people to get to that stage. It's going to take you way longer to get to where you really want to get to, where you can just spend the short term, 12 to 24 weeks of dieting down, building muscle at the same time, and then get into that exact same position you want to get to, just you can get there a lot quicker. Promise you, this is the best way of doing things. I've made the mistakes enough to realise that if I can go back, that's how I would do things now. It's how I coach my clients and how they've also been able to get to that exact same position. So just to recap, if you're skinny fat, get lean, build an amazing foundation, and you can live your life in a lean state whilst just adding more and more muscle mass year on year, and you're just going to be in shape all of the time, which is the aim of the game. If that's helpful, like this post, share it with somebody, subscribe to the channel, and head to my Instagram for more daily tips like this.